really matter. Your left arm is there to protect you, so that way your opponent cannot strike you with any follow-up movement at that moment. But now, to truly understand Kenpo, you have to ask yourself this question. Why are we doing this kick? Why is this kick the best choice now? Or is it the best choice? What else is there? And you can make comparisons very easily. For example, if you're going to say, all right, I'm going to kick with my right leg, but why a front kick? Maybe I can do a different kick. Maybe a roundhouse kick, maybe a side kick. So when you compare the front kick to any other kick that you might be doing, you're going to usually come to the conclusion that the front kick is best. It's fastest. It is also the easiest. It has a target lined up almost immediately. You can kick to the groin so easily. As a matter of fact, you could track up your opponent's legs and he can help you find the target, right? We'll talk about that more later. But to select the next move in Kenpo, you always have to consider which strike has the greatest probability of success. Which strike makes it that my opponent has great difficulty blocking it. All right, that's one criteria for a greater probability of success. But also you want to make sure that it is one of your fastest strikes. You need to outspeed your opponent every step of the way. And that is what Kenpo does. A faster strike in relation to your opponent's strike every step of the way. Okay? And you might be confused on why we're kicking with the back leg when in the other techniques we had so far, we mainly kick with our front leg, like the late sword, sort of the structure, right? Well, that's because, again, it's against a kick. All right? If your opponent comes in with a punch and you're blocking the punch, you won't have enough time to execute a rear leg kick to his groin now. Your opponent is too close. In this technique, however, against the kick, he's not too close. It's perfect. We could kick with our front leg, but we have much more depth of penetration. We can go through our target much further when we're kicking with the back leg. But by doing the step through kick, we can execute a move that we can do before our opponent can execute a punch. We can beat him to the punch literally here. All right? And that means we are preventing him from punching. We are keeping his punch in check. In Kenpo lingo, we would say that we're keeping his depth in check. All right? We're controlling how far away our opponent is from us with his body. So if you're just wondering which kick is the best kick right here, well, the front kick gives us much, with the back leg, the front kick with the back leg gives us much greater depth of penetration than a front leg snap kick would or front kick would, right? So if you were to compare this right leg kick to any other kick, well, it's giving you more depth of penetration as a front leg kick, so it's wiser to use a rear leg. If within the same amount of time you can strike further through the target, that's better for you, right? And this kick can accomplish in this technique what other kicks simply cannot. Other kicks won't be able to fit or do this quickly. If you did a roundhouse kick, you might not complete it in time. So is this kick the best strike overall? Not necessarily. There are other strikes that can accomplish the same thing that this kick accomplishes. And if you look at the version of this technique in short form 2, it's without a kick. You block, you check, you palm. And the palm strike is basically the other choice you have here. You could use a kick or you can use a palm strike. Thrust and salute uses the kick. Short form 2 uses the palm strike to accomplish exactly the same thing. The reason why you would choose a straight palm strike as your second move right after you blocked would be, again, for the same reasons. It is a strike faster than what your opponent can execute a strike. It is straight. It has incredible depth of penetration because you're doing a step through together with it. Right? It keeps your opponent's depth in check, just like the kick did. And it's extremely difficult for your opponent to block or to do anything about. Okay? But we're not doing short form 2 right now. We're doing the technique. In the technique, it's a kick to the groin. And of course, that means that you could do a palm strike right after you kick. Now, in this point, we're doing the palm strike really for different reasons. It's to take advantage of the kick. If our opponent bent forward, we are now able to strike even more forcefully to his chin because he's moving right into our palm strike. The path of travel of our strike has shortened, and the impact is now much more forceful because we are borrowing force from our opponent coming right, basically towards our striking hand. This is going to be a more forceful impact. Okay? And let's not forget, by choosing the palm strike right after the kick to the groin, if our opponent does bend forward, we are also striking sooner. If our opponent moves their face towards our hand, we are striking sooner. So our strike takes even less time to execute and to complete.